Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of Hypercraft. Today is a very different episode though, a very special tour video of pretty much everything I have built on the server over the past 50 episodes. I have a lot to show for it too, so let's get on with it. Firstly, I'd like to start at my main headquarters on the server. Directly accessible via the main nether hub, I have my very own tunnel which leads to a miniature version of my very own hub. This consists of a total of 5 portals, each connecting to various rooms inside and outside of my main base. The hub's design includes 2 giant chains which give quite a gritty feel, also 4 glassed-in areas to bring part of the overworld into the nether. They also make a nice little cage area for any pigmen that choose to spawn there. Since you guys are guests to this video, we shall travel through the guest portal, which leads into the very depths of my base. This room is fairly recent and one of my simpler rooms, as you will soon see. I wanted it to look as though the nether was seeping through into the overworld, and from you guys' feedback in the comments of that video, it definitely came across that way. Next up, we come into the nerve centre of my humble abode. This room leads to pretty much everywhere, with many rooms off of it, currently not all of which are finished. Within this room, we have 4 miniature rooms, each of which have a different purpose. We have a very own enchanting room, 2 animal pens, one for Jeb the sheep and his friend, and the other to imprison the evil spy chicken that made his way into our base. We also have a pumpkin farm which was designed by Mumbo Jumbo, which is looked after by our very own snow golem helpers, Harry, Larry and Barry, and occasionally our iron golems, Fred and Wilma. Next up, we'll look at the 4 main rooms on the bottom floor. We'll start from the bottom up at the tree farm, newly renovated to include space for the newer Minecraft saplings. This farm yields enough wood to keep my stocks high without going overboard. The first room being solely used for the 4 more common saplings that leads through into a larger room made for the player's needs. Currently mostly used for acacia and dark oak wood. Newly added is a small but practical storage room used solely for wood storage. Next up from the central area we have my slime farm, which leads off into 3 separate rooms, the main one being Zoomovoid's cactus chunk based slime farm. This works incredibly well and produces a ridiculous amount of slime balls. Enough for my needs anyway. As this farm is exclusively made of cacti, I decided to make my own miniature cactus farm nearby. This doesn't yield an awful lot, although who really needs all that much anyway. We also have a small storage room here too. Also on the lower level we have our very own mine, very simple in design, but practical nonetheless. If we climb up a level, we then reach our nether hub room again, but if we go along to the left, we come across my personal skeleton farm. This is one of my very first rooms completed in my base, which is one of my favourite block combinations, which influences a lot of my other design choices. We also have another empty room here, and also a balcony looking over our tree farm. Upper level again, which leads to one of my many entrances of my base. Again we have 4 miniature rooms, 3 of which are used as a water drop, the other soon to be a fully functional cave spider XP farm. This level also has another 2 empty rooms soon to be put to use. This level also leads to one of the most useful places, my storage room. This is where I keep most of my items on the server, as it is directly accessible via the nether and also the top layer of my base, but via a enderpearl elevator. If we enderpearl up, it leads us straight into our temporary cow, mushroom and sheep farm. The rest of this circular area will be built up in the future to make a more practical set of farms. This path then leads to the outside world. Yes, I realise I'm a bit of a hermit, and at this point I usually enderpearl up since the ladderbay is a little bit tedious. This brings us out to my abandoned village, an area that I started working on and I'm yet to finish. This currently only includes a main gate, 1, 2 and 3 houses, a cute little well and an alehouse, or a pub to you and me. Walking back across the walkway towards my base past the wheat farm, you can see the huge scale of my base. There are pathways up to the highest point, and pathways that lead down to the water drop points and my main entrance. We also have a large grass area where my horses chill out. You can also get a very nice view from the inside of my base from up here. Next up, we are going to say goodbye to my main base and head back to the spawn area of the server. In the nether hub, if we go through this portal, we end up in the centre of spawn. This area is mostly made up of the members' spawn houses and shops. Firstly, we're going to visit my first ever build on the server, my spawn house. This was built back in September 2013 as a modern home. It then got an addition of a giant cat thanks to my neighbour Midnight Designer. This home features a bedroom, mine, sheep farm and a boat. If we go back down towards the portals, we come across the main shopping area and my two shops. Firstly, we have my nether quartz shop, recently stocked. It's simple, but does the job. Additionally, we have my newest emporium, False, Fortification and Labour Service Establishment, my snow golem shop. This is where people can purchase their very own snow golem to help them with various tasks. We then head to a very new build, the marketplace. Currently empty, this snazzy little area is perfect for selling unwanted items without the need to build a shop first. This then directly leads into the town hall, which was built by Nugs. The interior of this huge building is my current project, which will soon be finished. You can follow the progress from my videos. Last but no means least, we have my build at Hickory Springs. Hickory Springs is a new venture for the server, a new spawn town if you will. This is again a work in progress, but is a project to help me get to grips with building completely above ground, which as you can probably tell, is unusual for me. Thank you all for your continued support throughout my videos. Whether you're an old subscriber having to put up with my ramblings, or if you're a new visitor, I invite you to join me on this adventure through building and occasionally a PvP game or two. Links to my Hypercraft Let's Play, the tutorials I use for both the pumpkin farm and slime farm and anything else I can think of, the other Hypercraft members and anything else are in the description below.